Have you had your Earthblend coffee today? At Earthblend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earthblend Coffee.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Let's face it, shopping for insurance can be time-consuming. That's why when it comes to your auto, home, and life insurance needs, Make things simple and trust the experts at Allstate. They will help you get the coverage that fits your needs while helping you bundle your life, home, and auto policies. Bundling saves you money, sure, but it also saves you time, so you can enjoy the things that matter most even more. Contact me, Tammy Haynes, your local agent, for a free personalized insurance quote. Allstate, are you in good hands?
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
Have you had your Earth Blend coffee today? At Earth Blend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earth Blend Coffee.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the 12th of May. Damn, I'm having a brain fart already. It's the 12th of May, 2021, and this is Random Thoughts with DVP. Y'all know who I am. I'm DVP. We're gonna have a little show today. I got one of my little buddies here, the Kermit Killer. I'm gonna let her introduce herself a little bit later on. I would tell you about the great things that she baked that I can't eat, but she ain't baking no more because she's being selfish. But I'm gonna hold on to that till I get on the show where she can kind of defend herself before I hit the mute button. But y'all know how we do this. I start off with my little monologue. First of all, I want to say hey to everybody. If you're watching, if you got some anniversaries or birthdays you want me to give a shout out to, just put up on the page. For those of y'all that's on my personal page, just come to Random Thoughts with DVP, and as they say on the voice court, join in on the conversation. I see two of my fellow Panthers already checking in, Priska and Dennis. Dennis on the list because, like Jess, he made good food, but he ain't sharing. So I'm gonna just leave that at that. But I'm gonna be having a couple of petty moments today too. But first, let me get my first little topic out the way, because I seen a couple of my friends tested my gangster with my pettiness, and I wasn't being petty. I was kind of being factual. It just seemed like I was being petty, because I ain't a Derrick Jackson fan, and I ain't gonna never be one. But I saw he made a post for Mother's Day with his queen, talking about he hope it's the best Mother's Day ever. And hey, listen, understand this. I ain't never hating on nobody who trying to rectify things, because I done messed up shit with Trina. I done messed up shit in other relationships, and I'm sure most of us have messed up shit. But here's the point, which is why, and I tell you, I will go against anybody who I think is destructive to our race. When you go in on other people and you start telling people if somebody cheat on them, they don't value them, and you this hard, the Eddie Long theory, where you keep talking about people who like gay people and gay lifestyle, but you secretly doing it, you deserve everything you get. So you open up this can of stinking shit. So now you want to post your wife when most of the people who followed you ain't never knew you was married, because you ain't never talked about her. You ain't never spoke about being in a relationship. All of a sudden now you talking about Happy Mother's Day. Hell, most of these folk didn't even know you had kids. So unless them kids was just born, you full of shit. You the biggest piece of full of shit. And somebody was like, well, Kobe cheated and some other people cheated. You're right. People make mistakes. It's what you do in the process. See, if Kobe was cheating, and somebody even brought up Martin Luther King, and I'm a little sensitive about that, but even when they cheated, you didn't see them judging other people about cheating. They were doing a better good. Derrick Jackson's whole thing came from telling women to know their worth, know your value, how these dudes ain't shit if they make a mistake. He was clear. Anytime a dude make a mistake, he was telling women to run for the hill. So I'm going to just say this. Because, cheating is what it is. And I'm a firm believer that everybody who cheat ain't being selfish. Sometimes it just is what it is. And we handle stress a different way. We handle our needs a different way. We don't all have to agree on how we do them or whether they're right or wrong. People do what works for them. Sometimes people cheat because they're missing something and somebody fulfills that need. And a lot of people don't get this. And I'm going to use Jess because I know Jess ain't sensitive and she know Trina. But let's just say Jess was in a relationship with somebody who was neglecting her. And I'm going to be single for the purpose of this conversation. And all of a sudden I become her listening ear. Jess didn't come to me for the sex, but you know how the sex ends up actually happening? It's her form of payment for listening to her. And they don't even realize that. Because remember I told you, I've been jolted. Most of the women didn't come to me for sex. They came to have a listening ear. They came to be comforted. And that was their form of payment because it just seemed like an easy form. And that's how a lot of it happened. I don't think that a lot of people just run out and cheat just for cheat's sake with the intercourse. Shit just happens sometimes. And that's just me being honest, having been on either end of the spectrum. I just don't think that most women, don't get me wrong, there are women who go out and have revenge sex, but I don't think a lot of women who cheat and end up having sex go out for the purpose of having sex. It's just one of them things that happen and then they get caught up and ain't sure. That's why, fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all gonna hate this, but I don't care. What's up, Ernest? Lots of times your woman has done something and you never find out, and she ain't gonna tell you because she know you can't handle it. She might have a couple of sleepless nights if she got a conscience, but it go both ways, because ladies, sometimes you do cheat, and there's something that we all in the general sense, not 100% of people, but there's something that we all prefer from people who we deal with that cheat. Be discreet. Don't let it come back in my face. Just don't want it to blow up in her face that her dude cheated. Now, if she don't never find out about it, eventually when he tell her in 5, 6, 7 years, she gonna be upset. But if she hear about it on the streets first, she gonna be way past upset. She gonna be black girl mad, and hell have no fury like a black girl scorn. And that's just that. But Derrick Jackson, you a special kind of shit, because like I said, your whole thing was about downing any black man who made a mistake, any mistake. Soon as he make a mistake, oh, sis, he ain't good for you, just leave him because you need to know your worth. He telling you ain't this. And then you did the exact, not kinda. We ain't even talking about apples to oranges. We ain't even talking Granny Smith apples to delicious red apples. You did a Granny Smith to Granny Smith shit. The same shit you said that black men, I'm sorry, it wasn't even racist. Let me take that back. The same shit you said that men ain't shit for doing is the same shit you did, except you went 2 steps worse. See, this woman said she was in the marital home, in the marital bed. That's a special kind of fucking grimy. Dudes, you making decent money, you can't afford a hotel? You didn't have the gas shortage back then. You couldn't go to their crib. A million places to cheat, and you want to do it in the same bed that you share with your wife that don't nobody know about but you. Oh, but shit, the women knew about it because you told her about them. You told the women about your wife. See, I got a special kind of dislike for people that do that. When in order to, and again, I'm gonna use Jess because she didn't see my girl. We cool as four flat tires. I'm gonna sit there and dog her. I'm gonna dog Trina to her or tell her how me and Trina having problems so she feels sympathy for me. See, if we gonna do something, Trina ain't got nothing to do with this. This is where two grown people can consent to do something and neither one of them got no business doing for the thrill factor, whatever. But why I gotta bring Trina in it to talk bad about Trina? Or more importantly, why do I have to bring Jess to my house? Why? I'm doing good, so why we can't get a hotel? Why we can't go to her house? See, that's some master manipulator planning type shit. So for everybody who's saying, oh, get a man a chance. No, no. My brother Omega just joined us. See, if Omega do some shit, Omega don't come down hard on brothers that make mistakes. DVP don't come down hard on brothers that make a mistake. Roy don't do it. Because everybody make mistakes. But when you come down hard on people, you can't make the same kind of mistake that you've been dogging up and you've been doing this shit for 2-3 years. Boy, stop. And then you're gonna do a happy Mother's Day post like all is fucking well. Boy, stop. Just go on and do what you say you're supposed to do. Go on and man up and say, baby, I made a mistake. I'm throwing myself at the mercy of you. I'm throwing myself at the mercy. Whatever it is I got to do to make this right, you tell me and I'm going to do it. But now you're trying to show off, and I'm going to stick by what I said. Watch this story in 3 years, because I'm sure he's invested financially in her now, a.k.a. bribe, to get her to stay. And guess what? That's what Kobe did to keep Vanessa around, but he also changed his ways too. But he didn't flaunt that. He was young. We're going to give Kobe a pass. He was young. That girl knew what she was doing, but it didn't matter. Kobe still shouldn't have got caught up. But you saw he was a changed man after he did that. You didn't even see Kobe doing nightlife stuff no more. He learned his lesson, and he truly loved his woman. I truly believe with all my heart he loved Vanessa. But he made a man mistake. He asked for her forgiveness. He got that ring for her to show that he was serious about his investment. And from that point on, he was a great dad. Hell, from all accounts, he was a great dude. But you didn't hear him comment on nobody else cheating. So that's all I got to say about Derrick Jackson. And I know we ain't supposed to talk bad about black people, yada, 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 yada. If you don't like it, you know what to do. Go to the pro-black people page, and when they fuck you over, don't say, because I see y'all talking bad about Kamala because she said something. I see y'all talking bad about anybody who don't agree with your thought process. You know what? See, I got some people on my show. Omega, my dude. Me and Omega ain't never met. But guess what? Me and Omega disagree on a lot of shit. But it's always respectful. Hell, me and Jessica disagree on some shit. But guess what? It's still respectful. We got different lifestyles. We got different opinions. But guess what? Ain't nothing changed. My partner Ernest, I call Ernest once a quarter just to unleash hell on him. Ernest take it, he laugh, he hang up, and then he wait, 72 days for that next phone call because he know I'm calling and cuss him out. When Roy settled down, I'm gonna cuss Roy out too. Because he deserved one for the last 2 shows where I kept getting disconnected and they had to take shit. But everybody understand. It ain't a point of being rude or nothing. It's just they know I like to talk shit. It ain't never personal. So with that being said, we're finna get this show to crack-a-lacking because I got 3-4 subjects and I know I ain't gonna be able to get all of them in. So that I don't get in trouble with Roy, so I can talk shit unabashedly. We're gonna take a quick break, then I'm gonna come back and introduce my guests, and then we're gonna get into something. Oh, so I know Jess got one, but I think she's probably trying to be sober too since she's doing her little weight loss thing and she ain't feeding nobody. And Omega ain't got one yet because he still ain't got me my gin, so I'm gonna talk about him too. But get you a glass, get you some adult libations. I would have some blue, but I think somebody stole my secret ingredient, Trina Marie, but I ain't gonna call no name.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food? Like
What's up? What's up? What's up? We back in full effect. The Southern gentlemen, we're gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna introduce my guest. I'm gonna let y'all talk to the Kermit hater first. She spent a whole day talking about killing frogs, and y'all know, Kermit, she was on her thing. She posting, she done got 2 new boyfriends. She done put out a boyfriend thing just to kill this frog. You know what I'm saying? That time is hard. She got the frog sweating in the car, won't let the window down so the frog can jump out. She threatening her son with defects. But go ahead, just come on and tell the folk who you are and about your frog killing experience.
I'm Jessica. Had a little issue yesterday with a frog in my car. Hopped in there. I think we went to the lake or whatever. So that's what he's referencing. And I did not kill the frog. But if I needed to kill the frog would have died. Because the frog is not going to hop around while I'm driving.
I don't know why the frog can't see where he going. Why he got to be car sick? And
because I don't want a headline to say 25 car pound up on Panola Road, and they find out it was all because of the frog.
Just because you kidnapped the frog, now the frog didn't fall. See, that's
the
that
frog was not invited in my car.
That's that victim shaming. The frog had been kidnapped from the lake, and all of a sudden now it's the frog who causing the problem. That's how we do stuff. That's how colored people do stuff. We always blame the victim. And my other victim / friend extraordinaire is Omega Black. You know what? And I'm gonna say this why Facebook is good before we come on. Again, I ain't never met this brother. Never. We go back and forth and everything. If you didn't know that we didn't know each other, you think that we grew up together. Like I say, we done argued about stuff, we done agreed on stuff, but guess what? At the end of the day, it's still all love and respect. So I'm gonna let him come in here and do his thing. I think he's sober right now. Y'all remember last time he was on, he was dropping shit and leaning, but this time I think I caught him early.
Yeah,
what's up, Omega?
Early. How y'all doing? How you doing, Jessica? What's up, bro? Everybody else?
How you doing?
All right. Omega Black. I like to keep mine simple, get straight to the show. Sometimes I'm a little bit crazy.
Sometimes,
but I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes every once in a while I might, you know what I'm saying, say something off the wall, but for the most part, I'm a good guy in moderation. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all ride with that. Sometimes y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Sometimes he ain't over the top. Most time he is, but that's what I love about him. I love that passion. So we're gonna start this off because I had made the post and he had commented on it. I'm confused that every time I talk to people about having this conversation, everybody swear grown people do it, but then why we get all these mixed signals? If you get into a relationship with somebody, a real relationship, now not we passed cut buddies and friends with benefits, and we say the word we gonna be committed. What does that actually mean to both people? Because from what I see on Facebook, a lot of people guessing. Because I'm gonna tell you mine, and I'm gonna let my guest speak because this is why I like having different people. Committed mean I'm committed to you. When somebody tell me they're committed, that's all I hear. Does it mean they only gonna have sex with me? See, that ain't what I hear. Until we have the exclusive conversation or the monogamy conversation, committed just means you my first priority, or you at least in the top 3. But That's how I hear it. So when I have the committed conversation, that's the first part of the conversation. The expectations comes next, and then we discuss whether or not we having sex with people. Cause see, I don't like guessing or thinking that everybody's the same. I want to know. So the best way to know is to go on and put it out there. See, I can tell Jessica I'm hungry, and she know that mean I want to eat. And if I go to her house and make chicken, she make chicken, I'm gonna be mad. But how would she know I don't like chicken? Because all she heard me say is I want to eat. People do a lot of guessing and assuming that everybody know what they mean, and they don't want to clarify. I think it's because y'all scared. Y'all don't want to know. You don't want to know. Cause here go my last point, and I'm gonna let you go. Sex is a sport. It's a game. It ain't the same as making love. We can have sex with people we don't know their whole name, their real name, and sometimes we don't even care. That's why you can have sex with somebody and love somebody else and they ain't got nothing to do with each other. When we sit there and cuddle and we doing personal shit, that's a whole different level of the game. That's what my commitment is. But for me to go out and sex some chick, ain't got nothing to do with how I feel. I ain't leaving home. I ain't leaving home. I had a best friend who was married and his wife was sick. And he let it be known to every woman he met, no matter what happened, I ain't leaving my wife because she's sick. Now we can have fun and respect that, but I'm committed to the wife. So I just believe that conversation got to be had, and then you get into the different variations of what it is you want. So, being a gentleman again, I'm gonna let Jessica say how she feel about the conversation. Do you have the conversation? Then when she talk, I'm gonna let her. I'm just gonna ask questions. Me and Omega. So go ahead, Jessica. She got that look like she got something to say.
So basically, your definition of commitment is saying that you're basically my best friend.
Oh no, no, no! My best friends don't get commitment. Oh hell no! Commitment means you family. You when we ain't committed. That means you get stuff. You get personal attention. You get personal favors. I can pay a bill for you. I can take you under my wing. Best friends don't get all that. They got to ask me for money. When we committed, you ain't got to ask me for nothing.
So it's your number one fan.
No, no, I'm her number one partner.
Okay, but
sex don't fall into sex doesn't fall under
no,
commitment.
because commitment goes along with loyalty and faithfulness for me. Now, keep in mind, I ain't been in no relationship since Cash Money was taking over for the 99 and 2000. However,
right, hit the mute button. Hit the mute button, right? Well, said Cash Money. Go ahead.
Saying, there's no way that I can say I'm committed to this man or committed to my husband. And sex doesn't fall in there. When you're committed, you're committed. This y'all have combined as one. I don't whether it's on paper or not on paper. So for you say sex isn't included, to me it seems like that's a cop out for you to have an excuse to go be a Derek Jackson.
No, that's why I say it's a conversation that we need to discuss what your thought process is versus mine. We can't keep thinking everybody thinks.
Explain that.
Right, but
I mean, to me, that shouldn't be a loophole for that. If I say, you know what, okay, if we agree that we're going to be committed to each other, and that at that moment, everything else get cut off. But basically, you're saying, yeah, this is my best friend. I'm gonna pay a couple of her bills, but you know what, I'm gonna mess around also because she didn't say that sex was included into the commitment part.
No, all I'm saying is this got to be a part of the conversation. All this speculation, because when I made the post and Omega comment on it, most people was talking about, oh, they do it, but they don't because they assume that everybody's on the same page. But you got to remember now, some people, there are actually quite a few people who came from a poly home life. They came from a swinger life. They know what their parents was doing, so they don't put sex in the same category as us good Christians. So for them, it ain't the same. When I say it ain't no difference than if I want to have sex or if I got a gambling addiction or a drug addiction. If we don't talk about these things, a lot of assumptions are made because people don't want to ask or speak on the hard questions. And all I'm saying is if we're going to truly be in a real relationship, a real one, we got to be able to have real conversations, not hustful conversations. Babe, what does that mean to you? What are we doing? Are we exclusive? Are we not? What are we doing? Are we don't ask, don't tell? Or we don't be respectful? What are we doing? Because a lot of people are doing this. Omega, I'm gonna go to you, called Jessica tripping. How many times, Roy? How many times have women said they won't put up with a cheating man, but the next thing you know, they talk about what they did, and they still with it. So they living a swinger lifestyle. They just ain't enjoying the mutual benefits, but they never had the conversation. because they assumed what he wasn't gonna do based on what they thought they weren't gonna do. But guess what? When when men have extracurricular affairs, we ain't having them with each other. We have them with married women who their husband think the same thing because ain't nobody had the conversation. Because we supposed to be building something together. Why ain't we talking? Why are certain conversations off limits? We just gonna leave them up to an assumption. Well, hell, I think my wife is a Christian because I'm a Christian. She just ain't told me she's Jewish because I ain't never asked and she ain't never think I care.
See, Jessica, let me.
Oops, I'm tearing shit up. Ignore that.
See, you was drinking. You've been drinking this time.
No, I ain't got my blue because somebody stole my shit, Trina Marie, but I ain't gonna call no names, Trina Marie. Go ahead, Roy.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, Roy, we can't hear you now. So until we can hear Roy, yeah, Chandra says commitment doesn't mean the same thing to everybody. And that's why we gotta have that conversation as opposed to imagining that we all on the same page. What you got for me, Omega?
I'll just say for me, I guess there's levels to it. So for me, you have dating. You date multiple people, as many people as you want to, and that is with the idea of narrowing that group of people down. Once you have that narrowed down to a person, then it's going to be courtship. You're courting that person. During the courtship, for me, is where the conversation comes down to: are we just talking to each other? Is it exclusive? Blah 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 blah. From there, it becomes a commitment for me. So by the time I'm in a commitment with you, we already have understood that these are the rules, these are the parameters. I also come from a poly lifestyle. So for me, if I'm committed to you, I already know if you're sleeping with somebody or you're allowed to sleep with somebody. And I know if I'm allowed to sleep with somebody, if we're committed. And then from there, after commitment, I guess it would be, engagement, marriage, whatever, whatever we're shooting for. So for me, by the time I hit commitment, I already know what we doing, what's going to happen, where, what I'm saying? We already had that conversation, right after dating.
Yeah, I just think it needs to be said out loud. We don't need to assume based on what we think or what happened in past relationships. I think that's where a lot of us make mistakes and a lot of us get caught off guard because, I thought we was on the same page, but we never talked about, well, now we even reading the same book. And it happens with men, it happens with women, it happens with everybody. And that's why these hard conversations, they got to become the norm. They got the two biggest reasons for divorce: financial infidelity and physical infidelity. So those two things definitely need to be talked about if you're gonna enter a true committed relationship. What are you committing to? Are we just committing to the spirit, the soul? What is it? As Omega said, it's levels to what we're doing, and everybody's levels ain't the same because everybody's upbringing ain't the same.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, cool. All right, so actually, Omega pretty much said what I was thinking. I mean, when I saw the post, I'm one of the people that say you got to have all the conversation, especially being in Atlanta now. That's one of the things that's the one thing that Atlanta taught me for sure. You need to have every damn conversation up front and make stuff clear, because what people are saying, it doesn't mean the same thing to everybody. Just like Chandra said. I mean, commitment. Look, we got two of y'all right now. The commitment means two different things. Jessica saying commitment covers everything. Darren was like, commitment, no, they don't cover sex. That's a different mentality. So I think that's what the problem. My thing, me, I'm that person that says 100% honesty from the beginning about stuff. I mean, it's a difference if you ask me a question at a certain point and I'd be like, well, I don't think that's any of your business right now, as opposed to me not giving you an answer for it. That's a different situation. But if you're talking about getting into a relationship with somebody, like I said, once y'all go past, there has to be a transition at some point from we were dating each other, going out on dates, to now we are a couple. So at the point of y'all become a couple, and that's when when I say we become a couple, that means you ain't dating nobody else. Ain't nobody else picking you up to go nowhere. Ain't nobody sticking their dipstick in your oil pan. Ain't nobody doing none of that stuff. But by the same token, that could mean other things, because I'm still not gonna, like I said, I still got female friends. That don't mean I'm not gonna hang out with my friends. And the same thing with her. She got people,
We 50 plus. Hey, oh, that's 50 plus. If you get into a relationship now and you got to cut off your friends, that tells you something about who that person is, at least to me. So, but you got to have those conversations. And you got to determine exactly what commitment or committed means to individuals so that there is no discrepancy when y'all move forward with stuff.
And to piggyback on something you just said, because I've seen it a lot too, where some of these people in committed relationships, one partner want them to get rid of all their friends of the opposite sex. They want this because that's for them. Commitment mean only you and me. And as I said, these conversations are crucially important, because if you're telling me I got to get rid of certain people just because you don't like them, you don't trust them, I mean, we need to have some real detailed conversations. Trina ain't got to like all my friends. I ain't got to like all her friends. The rule of the game is, for the ones who I don't care for, if I just don't care for them because our spirits don't move, she don't bring me around them and I don't bring them around her. They can't come to the family dinner. And if she got a valid reason, then yeah, I'm gonna look at what's going on and prioritize. Because, and I'm gonna use Omega because he's my boy. If Omega is a known whore and all he do is cheat on women, when he come to town, I can't get mad at Trina don't want me to hang out with him because she know how he is. That's understandable and respectful for me to say, hey, Omega, we still cool, but I can't run with you because she know how you is. Even though she may trust me, that's not the point. Because now, do I even want to put that suspicion in her head that I'm like who I hang around? But it's got to be a good reason. If she just don't like Omega because she just don't like him, that ain't a good reason for me not to hang around. But, oh, you committed to me, you supposed to consider my feelings. I do, but your feelings still got to make sense to me. And a lot of people won't have these conversations, and they just assume. And then everybody end up being butthurt, talking about they was betrayed or lied to when nothing was ever said. Is the rent paid? Is anything wrong? Your car working? Is there anything you missing out on? No, I'm committed to making sure you good. But you still having sex with other girls. Are you good? Yeah, you just don't like the fact I'm having. So we should have had that conversation that we're gonna cut off other people. Because that's a conversation. Well, I only do it once a year, once a month, once or whatever. That need to be a conversation, and we don't want to have that conversation. Just like for me, I feel personally, I feel that yeah, girls should get together and hang out, because you know what? Jessica need to be flirted with. Trina need to be flirted with. If I'm around you too long, your pretty becomes the norm. I ain't flirting with you the same way. So sometimes y'all need to go out and let other guys flirt with y'all and buy y'all drinks, and y'all gonna come home and be the best partners ever. But then some guys don't want you going nowhere looking good because they insecure. Yeah, what Omega say? What Roy say? What DVP say? We all good looking men. We gonna go somewhere. Some women gonna admire us. Should we stop going out or looking good because our woman don't want us to do that? See, that's a whole nother thing that needs to be discussed. Because then you find out, excuse me, you find out where the levels of insecurity come in at. Because why should I get rid of my friends? Unless they drug dealers or felons or child molesters, why should I have to get rid of them just because she don't like them? Why should you have to get rid of some of your friends? Hell, even if you had a friend that you used to sleep with, but now y'all just cool because y'all did that, y'all crossed that line, but y'all still cool now. Should I really let that bother me if I trust you in this commitment? And so these are little conversations they need to have. So I don't come and be like, yo, why you still messing with dude? Well, I told you we was friends. Yeah, but y'all slept together too. You know I don't like that. But we ain't never had this conversation for the commitment. And like I said, for me, this is why we got to have these uncomfortable conversations so that we know that we are going together on the same page. Other than that, one somebody always got to keep coming back down and bring the other person up, or then we play tit for tat because now I want to get a friend to make you jealous. It's too many games that come from it because we had a misunderstanding when I don't think we had a misunderstanding. We never had an understanding to be misunderstood. Does that make sense, Jeff? You're going to start giving me that little Jeff. Ain't nobody scared of you. I'll come over your house with 3 frogs. I'm going to come over your house with 3 frogs.
I'll make a black. I know you said that there's levels, and I completely agree with that. There is levels when it comes to dating and learning somebody. At what level do you let a woman know that you are a part of the poly lifestyle?
For me personally, from the beginning.
Okay.
So if we're going on a date, usually the first date, sometimes your ex comes up, or, what are you looking for? That's generally, happening around about that conversation, around about that time. So like I say, by the time the first date, for me personally, the people that I might date, let's go have a coffee. I already know they're not into the poly lifestyle once they find out, but it's still like, we cool. I'm not trying to jump in everybody's pants I go on a date with, what I mean? I'm kind of shopping around. So just, you might not be what I'm trying to buy. It doesn't mean that, I can't be your friend or whatever. So I've met a lot of people that way who I am just friends because we were dating and, we just don't see eye to eye on the relationship, but you're cool. I appreciate your spirit and your energy and they appreciate mine. And, we just cool, but, it is no future for us, so there's no point in us crossing that line. And so I try to get that out the way coming out the door, just so it's no confusion. So I say it's never a question on where I stand or what I'm trying to do.
And that's why I said we got to have conversation, not just about the commitment, but about everything that we're doing if we're trying to build together, because we need to make sure that when an uncomfortable conversation comes up, we ready for it. Even I use Trina because I can, and I ain't Derrick Jackson. Y'all knew about Trina when Trina came in the picture. I didn't keep her a secret to all of a sudden. But hell, me and Trina had a conversation about if we didn't make it, because I brought her from New York. Yeah, it's cool to think that everything's gonna be peaches and cream, but what happened if we did make it as a couple? She transplanted from New York to be with me. We had a conversation about that, how we would merge the if she had to moving out, what I would give up because it didn't work. Yeah, you're gonna still be able to stay here till you get everything square. Because when I brought her here, I was gonna take care of her. So yeah, you can give up certain things because I got this. So if we didn't make it, I can't just put her out because we ain't had that conversation. Oh, she should have knew about all that all along. We had that conversation. Most people don't have a conversation about once they start cohabitating, what happens if it don't work out? Who do what, because we stay in that fairy tale land where we're gonna always be together. And it's crazy because at our age, we know that hell, at this point, hell, I'm the only one who married. So and hell, it's my third one. But at this point, we all know that always be together thing don't really work out like we think it's gonna be, because it ain't worked out for none of us consistently. So why is it that we think the next time gonna be the first time when we all over 30? Why do we have that mentality? Anybody?
I don't have that mentality.
Like I said, I definitely don't have that mentality. My patience is very short. So pretty much if it lasts, I'm probably more shocked.
That's right, cause then you say you won't even let dudes in the bed say get past a certain point, you make them have sex on the floor or something. Something crazy you were saying one day, because you a little on the inside.
What?
Oh, I ain't forgot.
I didn't say nothing quite to that nature, but basically there's no need for you to go to past a certain point in my house if we're not on a certain level. Why? If we already know that this is going to be, this type of situation, why do you need to go all over my house? You can stand right here in the foyer, leave your car running. This ain't going to be long, and you can go home.
Well, damn.
You know what I'm saying? And they say men hard. It's like,
hey, hold on. Hey, Jess, I got a question for Jess.
Don't do it, Omega. Don't do it.
Let me just understand. Just so we on the same page. He just said sometimes people not even in the same book. Are we talking about the grown folks? He coming and just leaving the car running and standing in the foyer, or is we talking about just visit? Hey, how you doing? Get a hug, leave the car running.
No, grown folks. Like you have to know, like you just said, there's levels to it. When you start talking to somebody, probably the first couple conversations, you already know what category you're gonna put that person in. It doesn't take long. So I'm very upfront and forward with everything. Just like I had most of like in Atlanta, like he was saying, you do have to ask certain questions, especially in Atlanta. A lot of people are into the poly life. I'm not, but I have a lot of friends that are. There's no judgment at all. I don't share my gummy bears with my kids. I damn sure ain't sharing my man. So that's just me. So it's some guys I talk to, they're really cool, really sweet, but I know it's not gonna go nowhere. But it's been 6 months. So yeah, leave your car running. This ain't gonna take long.
What
We're
if
gonna
it
be
take
right here in the
long
foyer.
for
There's
him?
no need for you to come in my bed. You're not staying the night. Ain't nobody watching no movie. We ain't cuddling. I'm not cooking you no food. Go back home to your dog. You can go ahead and tell you the bathroom.
I said, in other words, y'all getting it on the couch and he gotta go.
Why are we even on my couch? I'm not getting that steam clean.
Well, what the hell are you doing? Bending over a chair? I mean, what the
no. I may be a little chunky, but I'm kind of flexible. You bend over and you touch your ankles, and he do what he need to do. It's not gonna take very long.
Did she say? Hold on, who grabbing who ankles?
Oh, D, hey, I gotta get the disclaimer, D. Let me sign a disclaimer for the show.
I grab my own ankles.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Wait a minute. So
hold on. Let Roy get a disclaimer first. I need a break. Roy, get a disclaimer. Get a disclaimer, Roy.
Hey, Jessica grown. She saying what she want to.
I'm just being honest. Like, people do too much, and then you find yourself in situations. Women, we're emotional. I take you to my bed. We start cuddling. We start doing it, and I start making exceptions. And then all of a sudden, I find myself with someone that I really wasn't feeling, but I like the way that man made me feel at that time. So if I get exactly what you came here for and you go home, I'm going to go upstairs when you're done, eat my Doritos with my wine, and I'm going to sleep.
So let me ask you a question then. You said yourself that if it did work out, you would probably be surprised because you're more of a glass half empty person, correct?
Lately my dating, I guess you could say that, yes, because I won't say I go in looking for it to fail, but I'm prepared.
Okay. So let's just say the one, whatever that is for you, but the one. Y'all meet, you have him over, you grab your ankles in the foyer. When he walks away, how do you think he views it? Does he even want to go upstairs? If he's the one. I'm asking the man of your dreams, if he met a woman that hit him off in the foyer, he ain't even get to see her house, would that man stay?
If I felt like there was any possibility that he would be the one, then that wouldn't happen. This is very interesting about me. If there's a man that I am really, really feeling, it's gonna be a good minute before I have sex with him. A good minute.
Whoa.
I know.
Sense? How did that make so he Lord
right.
Why you do that?
Because I know if this man, I'm over here and he already I stay with my mom. I have a car, but it's been at my grandma's house for 5 years, and I've been trying to get the brakes done on it.
Yeah, he should have to wait. Hello, he should have to wait.
Right. I've had 16 jobs in a year or this and a third, and I'm gonna take you out for coffee, but I'm sitting here like, well, Jessica, it's been about 9 months since you had your pipes cleaned. All right.
Okay.
But someone that I'm really, really, really feeling, absolutely not. No.
Okay, let me tweak my question just a little bit. I'm gonna ask kind of the same question. I'm gonna tweak. The man of your dreams, comes to your house. You tell him, listen, I'm really feeling you. Most of the dudes get it in the foyer just because I need a little something. But I'm really feeling you. And I'm gonna need you to wait about 4-5 months to even make it back to the living room. What does he walk away thinking?
Okay, that conversation would not happen. I wouldn't say it's gonna be. I wouldn't say it's gonna be 4 to 5 months. But this person here, I actually want to have conversations with. I want to date this person. I want to be around him and feel his energy more than just have sex.
You could do that in the foyer. We could do the talking in the foyer and then take a nigga to the bathroom.
No, you're not going to be in the foyer if you're the guy of my dreams. And like I said, I am extremely kind of weird when it comes a guy. I can use a person I had a huge crush on up until I found out he was married a couple of days ago. I really had a serious depression moment, whatever. But I had a huge crush on somebody he never knew. I would speak to everybody else around him but him. He thought I was mean. He thought I wasn't attracted to him. A person I really, really like, I'm extremely standoffish. I know it's weird, but that's just me.
And I can say that it's actually not weird because, I was telling Trina that one of the girls that was on my maintenance plan, whenever she met a guy, she would tell me. And because she didn't want to give in to him, she would have sex with me until she thought he was the one. I respected I respected that and I understood it. And that's why I tell guys, it hurts in one way because Mr. Right wanted too. And Mr. Right wants to get promoted from Mr. Right now. But that's the way a lot of women think because it's just how some women are wired. And we got to learn to differentiate between that and make her feel comfortable enough. Hell, some of the women that I've dealt with will say they would rather have wild, wicked sex with a guy who ain't Mr. Right because they don't want him to be judging, which goes again to the conversation. Because I'm looking at a couple of conversations with dudes who saying they're judging women based on their sexual history or sexual past. So a lot of women can like dudes, but the dude they like might just be the proverbial square, which again takes us back to the maintenance man. Because if you got that freak tendency in you, but you married Mr. Right and he's a square, that freak gonna want to get out. It may take 2 years, it may take 4 years, it may take 5 years, but it's gonna want to come out. And if he's still doing that prove stuff, here come that slide. Because he ain't
Hold up. We gonna roll back because
roll back.
You going in a different direction than where Jessica was going.
Oh no.
You said, oh, there he is. Hold up, stop, wait a minute. No. Hold up now. No. Check it out. Because I get what you're saying. Because I'll start off with your part of the comment. Because we've talked about, just like you said, one of the things that you said and you said this years ago, we were doing the show, and it was something that I eventually had to take to heart. And I actually believe I started to agree with you. Sometimes we don't know what we like until we have it. So that means that you may be doing something until you figure out, you're like, oh, snap. I ain't know I like old girl bending over like this. I ain't know. So the square might not know some of this stuff. But if he's the dude that she's really feeling and that she's in all this stuff, because this is not, being the nice guy, I can attest, I've been in situations like that before. I've been in situations where chicks was like, oh, I really, really like you. So I'm like, for real, yo, okay, let's do this. And they be like, well, no, I don't want to do that right now. The hell? What you mean? See, I'm going to answer the question the way Omega was asking you what you think the dude was going to be like. He'd be like, so you good with me and you going out, we doing all this stuff. Because see, again, I'm the man of your dreams. I'm the gentleman. I'm the nice guy. I'm paying for everything. I'm doing what we do as gentlemen, right, D?
Facts.
That's what we do. But then I find out, I'm like, well, hell, I can't get the cookies. But you like me like that?
Facts.
I'm like, no. See, that's the problem. And it's like, chicks was really surprised at me. One of the things that really surprised this one young lady, she found out, and it's funny, she found out listening to one of the shows that we were doing. When I talked about the fact that I had gone to trapeze, several times. She was like, oh my goodness. And she used, it was so funny because she used their word. I thought you was the white lighter Jedi. I'm like, hell, Jedi don't have cheering. What the hell wrong with y'all? Like, we do stuff. And it's just like, you don't know what this dude will do if you don't give that opportunity. But when you back off from us like that I'm gonna tell y'all, women who think like that, y'all talk about D saying we need to reevaluate. Sisters, y'all really need to reevaluate, because when a man hears that, we hear something totally different.
It's like, hey, look, that's
something I would never say. But that's something I would never say to a person I'm interested in.
No, you don't have to.
You don't have to say it. It's just the vibe. Like, okay, let me break it down. Let me break it down. It's like this. It's like, here's what it's saying. I'm not saying it's the same. So ladies, please don't murder me. I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just trying to tell you how it sounds to men. It would be like if I said, yo, when I meet the lady, that's the one woman that I know, I want this woman to be my wife. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with her. I'm not going to cherish her and honor her and take her out on dates and none of that. Nah, because I wanted to last. So I want to talk to her for a while, and I want her just to come over my house and let's Netflix and chill. And I want to make sure we can hang out first before I start doing the things that's going to make her feel beautiful and make her feel wanted and make her feel appreciated. That's what we're hearing.
Different.
And listen. No, it's not. It's completely.
He's giving you the difference in the mentality of what
exactly. I'm telling you what it sounds like. I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing me not treating you like a woman to you not having sex. But you have to think. Y'all ladies have to understand. We speak a very different sexual language, a love language than you. So for you, in order for you to feel like a woman, you might want me to hold you, rub your back, and hear about your day. For me to sound like a man, I want my dick sucked. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. So for me, when you're telling me I don't get my dick sucked, I don't get to get even in the foyer, yet alone to the back room. I'm not even in the foyer in the man of your dreams. My G, I'm gonna be looking at it a little weird. Okay, well then let's slow down with my wallet a little bit. Let's slow down on these dates a little bit. Let me take the little hoochie mama that I don't want on a date and spend the money there. And then when you ready to slide me in the foyer, then okay, then we'll figure things. And again, I'm not comparing the two. I'm just comparing the way it sounds to a man. The way it sounds to a man is the one thing that I feel is going to make me the man. She's telling me I can't have that because I like it.
It sounds like that's you because I have told you that. But if someone was to actually date me, you would not pick up on that at all. It'll be different things that may come across, and I may say little stuff to kind of brush it off a little bit. When I say wait a while,
When you say how long you think that's
when
gonna
I
last?
say wait a while, let me say this. Let me put it out here. When I say wait a while, I'm not talking like, okay, 6 months. I'm not even saying it has to be 3 months, but I don't want it to be, okay, first date, you know what, I spent this money on her, I want to get it. I don't want it like that. I want it to be a vibe, a chemistry, something mutual, something we're both feeling.
What if it's both feeling on the first date? Can you do it?
Right. I'm like, that's.
What if he vibing?
That has happened to me maybe once. Where
so I'm gonna say
on the first date.
You adjusted what I was thinking that you were saying. So you adjusted what my thought process was a little bit. But yeah, I mean, those are some things that you never know. That first night, you may look up. I've been talking for 5 hours.
Let me help Jessica out a little bit because I get what she's saying and I know why she's saying it. And all she's saying is what a lot of women saying. When they meet a guy who they truly deem to be nice, they want the courtship to last a little bit longer than just moving on. And I get it, and that's why they do it. And a lot of women, including Jessica's type, I don't know what her type is, but a lot of women like a gentleman with a little rough edge. But they want to make sure they're getting more gentlemen than rough edge because they under the same impression that you're meeting a representative. So they want to see that consistency before they open up, which is why they do it. And which is why as
so then
men,
why open up to the dude that's nobody?
Because they've already seen who he is.
Him.
Right. And all she doing is letting him do the maintenance work. And when you get women, right, but understand, like we do, but when you get women who understand the difference between sex and love, when she's meeting a guy, she's feeling him, she don't want to be let down and have to demote him. So she holds him to a little higher standard. And it's kind of like Omega. Sometimes we feeling the chick, we feeling her, and we know in our heart of hearts, with all the chemistry going, and I'm sure y'all can attest to this, we don't mind waiting another date because we want this to last. Because and it's the same concept on the other side. They don't want to get it confused so early.
I wouldn't mind it, but it's not like that's like the record. Like
right,
it's hard for me to be like, I really like this girl, so I'm gonna not go all out.
But she's not gonna tell you that though. That's what I'm saying.
My bad.
She's not gonna tell you that. She's gonna let the process play out a little bit longer, and that's why it's because she's told us what she's doing because we having this
right. We on the inside. Right. We on the inside. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, but she ain't gonna tell the guy. I think I like you. I'm gonna make you wait. I'm gonna make you wait for a date. She ain't gonna tell that to him. Like we don't say that.
He knows on the first date. Listen, when you're on a date with a woman, the same way she said, I wanted to be a vibe. I wanted to be special. Okay, the man is not stupid. I know this is a vibe. I know that this is special. And I can smell your essence that you want me right now. I can see the stain, shorty, you wet right now. I can see what it is. And then how many times you think you're gonna tell me no before it clicks? Man, she's not gonna do anything. I'm never gonna make it to the foyer. Is what I'm saying. It's like men are not stupid.
But you will make it to the foyer.
You will.
And
trust me, it's on my mind. It's definitely on my mind. But okay, for instance, I've had guys because I'm really a huge fan of meet and greets. My time is valuable, so I am not gonna sit here and have this long 5-hour date with you, and I haven't had at least maybe a cup of coffee or something with you because usually by that cup of coffee, no, don't waste my time. I don't care if you're paying or not. I can buy my own food. So it's been times on a meet and greet, a guy has basically tried to grope me at a coffee shop. Get up off me. I'm completely turned off at that point. Don't touch me. So that's my point. Some men come in and they're ready to jump you at that point. And that's not what I'm about. And even someone like I've had the same off and on maintenance man for about 2.5 years. This maintenance man actually has recently fallen in love with me, and that's not happening. You have your place. You have never been in my room in 2.5 years. So you have your place. But like DVP said, I can meet a man and sit here and this man is the man of my dreams. But you know what? I may want to make him wait about 45 days. Not saying it's going to take 45 days, but I'm trying to build something with this man. But in the process, we have not said we're committed yet. I'm gonna call the maintenance man up until that point comes.
Being the man of your dreams, just think he may have some stuff going on, and he's being the man of your dreams. He's going to be thoughtful, so he's going to be thinking about different things that he can do for you, gentlemen things that we will do. Or like Darren said, you get a certain level of responsibility from me if I'm feeling you and I'm vibing with you that way. What do you think happens if I show up to surprise you with something and I see the maintenance man leaving your house? Because you just said that during that time that you talking with old dude, that you're trying to see if he's the one, or no, you know he's the one, but you're trying to get that process to build it up. You just said you still gonna call the maintenance man.
You think such like a man. Women, we got this thing in the bag, but when we're talking to someone, the maintenance man don't come here, boo. I come to you.
So Jesse, you're missing me. So now you're missing my point though, because it didn't even have nothing to do with the where it was seen at. The fact is that
him leaving my house.
But the point is that my thing is, if you really feel that this guy, and maybe this is just my opinion, because we've had this discussion, we've had this debate back and forth on it too. If I get to the point where I feel somebody's the one, where I feel a woman is the one, or she could be the one, I step away from other people. I'm not going to be clouding my judgment about stuff.
She's saying what you don't know won't hurt you. So that you won't never know about the maintenance man. That's what she say. The women got it on lock. So you'll never. So for you, you never gonna know
stuff like that.
But maybe that's
at the same time, if it has gotten to the point where this guy has my address and he feel comfortable enough popping up on me, no, I'm not dealing with the maintenance man at all anymore, at all. So, and that my maintenance guy, the guy I dealt with, he knows. I'll tell him, hey, look, I met somebody, we really vibing right now, we need to chill. And he like, all right, cool. It's an understanding. But if it's to the point where, hey, it's gonna be a minute before me and this person, I'm still trying to fill this person out, and this person has come to my house before, the maintenance man already knows I will come to you. You do not come here.
Maintenance man be like he your cousin.
But the thing is like I said, it's kind of like when we share stuff. Once you get to know women and you study them, they the ones who on top of it, they got as much game as the fellas who on top of it, and they know how to mix issues. And we sit back, and it's funny when we hear their side, because we think that they're all little sweet angels, even though we know they ain't. And that's why a lot of guys can't handle the thought of their woman sleeping around, because it affects their ego.
Because Starter just said something that cleared it up for me too. You're right, because you're not committed at that point. So yeah, I get it. Like I said, that's just my thought process and how you're dealing with it. But yeah, she that made it sense to me that when you're not committed, I get it. Because everybody does relationships.
I'm not like DVP. When I'm committed, I'm committed.
But
I'm sorry. Sex and all. Once we sat down, we have had this discussion. You know what? We're gonna be exclusive. We're gonna be committed. We're gonna be this, and this. What maintenance man?
Yeah, you saw how she got uninvited off the show, man. How she just threw me under the bus like that. Yeah, she just got uninvited. But and the thing is this is where all conversations are so important, so you know where you're at and what you're doing, so that everybody's on the same page. Because where you said something and it cost some other people, because I heard the same thing. Dropping by is a no-no until we establish something. When you drop by, see, I had one woman drop by. And I knew from then on, if I brought a woman to my house, I would take the super long way. I would circle around the street 3 or 4 times just to throw her bearings off. Because I learned that one time, I thought I came at night. I don't know how she found the house like she did, but she did. But yeah, coming over to the house, if we ain't there, see, that's an automatic, not a red flag. It's a stop sign. You could have been the one till you showed up. So, but this is, again, whether it's a conversation about the commitment, whatever, all these conversations kind of need to be had with people. And I've dealt with the Jessicas who had that mentality. Understand what she will do though. Jessica will make sure, and this is why I like some of the older thinking women, Jessica gonna make sure she flirts with the guy that she's really into enough to keep him interested. She gonna make sure that he knows that he ain't on a waiting list. He got a ticket to the game. He just got to show up. They gonna flirt with you. They gonna make phone calls. They gonna do little things just to keep you. They understand the art of the flirt. As we always talk about how old school people did stuff. You know, them old school ladies, they wouldn't sleep with everybody, but to make sure that that one guy kept paying attention, they made brownies, they made cakes, they did whatever it took. They did whatever it took to make sure, hey, don't stop flirting because I'm interested in you. I just don't want to be easy. Because they have an impression of how we judge easy women. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it ain't. But that's the complete circle. And anytime we having conversations, you know, these are what's needed. I mean, I saw. I'm gonna tell you the crazy shit I ever seen. Well, not it ain't the ever, but the crazy shit I seen this week. A guy made a post that when he gets serious with a woman, she can't use tampons. She got a dish every day when it's that time of the month.
I'm sorry, I'm in the medical field. That's a negative, but okay.
Exactly, because most people know that dushing ain't the right way to go. But
absolutely not.
Here's a man telling a woman what she got to do with her body if she wants to be serious with him. And you know the woman's like, "Thanks for the heads up. We know to go ahead and block you off." But that's how these little conversations become important, because before you get serious with him, you kind of need to hear these things out so that you can, you know what? Butter can't even get to the foyer now. Let me just go on and block him. He can't even make a good maintenance man because she got a maintenance man, so she don't need another maintenance man.
Right.
And it is insane. It's insane. But again, whether the conversations with your partner or like I like to do, and what I tell y'all, I'm in 1,000 different groups. I know a bunch of people because it's good to hear other people talk, because people will tell you stuff that they wouldn't tell you if you were dating. Everybody ain't like me and Trina. I tell all the time, me and Trina, we dated in 2 different states. We were committed, but she lived in New York. I lived in Georgia. She dated, I dated. Sex went off the table. All we shared this, but that was us. Am I gonna tell everybody to do that? I'm not gonna tell everybody to do that. It worked for us because we weren't uptight about sex. Jessica, you're a woman. Are most men uptight about the conversation about sex and other men?
Well, with other men?
If you try to tell them about, you having sex with another man or you've had sex recently with another man, don't fellas seem to get a little uptight and beside themselves?
A little.
Most of them don't want to have that conversation because it fucks with their mentality. See, Omega say he already came from that lifestyle where it ain't that big a deal. Some of us know that sex is just sex. We don't equate sex to nothing else other than sex. Now, when women speak recklessly and start talking about I made love with somebody, we kind of look at them differently. Because men don't go around saying we made love to somebody. We just kind of don't. But that's why, these conversations, whether they with somebody who you're in a relationship with or with somebody you're trying to get a better understanding with, they're a little on the important side so that everybody has an understanding of what's going on. Because too many times, somebody delusional. Somebody is thinking way too hard. Even with Jessica, what Jessica tell us, we thinking way too hard. We putting way too much in it because she told us what her side was.
Right.
But if she was feeling one of us, she would have never told us that. That would have been her little secret. What do we like? She's playing coy because most men like women who play coy. So that's all she's doing. She's keeping our interest by doing the little things she needs to do to keep us attentive, and that's it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break because one of my phones is dying. We're gonna let Roy pay. We're gonna get another. As a matter of fact, Roy, right quick, because I see Cinnamon King here. You got one of her things, Melanin Beauty Supplies. I almost said the wrong name.
Boom. Check her out. Cinnamon, go ahead and put your link in the chat since you're in there. There, go ahead and do what you want to. Yeah, as people know.
There you go. Trina, what does Roy do?
What?
Trina said you did something.
Oh, you are looking at the great screen. I have her logo up.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm looking at the screen now when you see it. Hey, what's up? Yeah. So Cinnamon does Melanin Beauty Supplies. Check her out. Hey, we always talk about buying black all the time. Or you want to do a quick commercial, Roy, and come back, or because all right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Going on. And guess what? We back, and we still got my guests here. And we having fun, and we talking about conversations. And you know, one of the things to me that's so crazy about conversations, and this is I tell all the time. She snuck down here beside me to make sure I don't say nothing out the way. But this is one of the things I fell in love with Trina about. We had so many off the record conversations that you should never have with somebody who you thinking about getting in a relationship with, that it was crazy. And I enjoyed that. It gave me insight to a lot of things about women. I would tell her stuff and she's like, yeah, she's damn guys, that's for real. Cause I keep hearing guys say that. So I ain't got no reason to lie. Like I say, we're in a committed relationship, but she's in New York. I'm here. We were never foolish about sex. We had conversations about sex. But when I came to town, it wasn't gonna be nothing. When she came to town, you know, there was that commitment. But did I expect her not to have sex, you know, until I ever showed up? Or did she expect me? Even if we subconsciously wanted it, we made it that it would be okay if something happened. And we shared them. Like I said, Trina got mad because I got stood up by one girl. Yeah, she made me cut off because she stood me up, which I thought was hilarious. Because when does your girlfriend tell you to block a girl who stand you up on a date? I just thought that was just the craziest shit ever.
Wait, hey D, hold up, wait a minute. Trina Roy does what? What did I miss?
She said you made love.
Oh, yeah, no. We still have sex. Let's not get it twisted.
Okay, but he said still have sex.
But you know what? No, hold up. Because see, like that's another thing for me that we've talked about, and this is one of the things that's real funny because I'm very open about the fact that I'm a different dude. Random sex does not work for me. Like I'm not one of these cats. They can just go out, see a chick, think she fine, hit it, and be good. I have tried. That shit is just empty to me. So if I can't connect with you on a intellectual level, or you know something, there has to be some sort of vibe that keeps us in the space. Like it's funny because D used to like to make a joke about it. Talking about, you want to huddle, you want to hug your kids. No, but I may want to have a damn conversation when we done. You know, if I can't have a conversation with somebody that I'm having sex with, that doesn't work for me. And you know, it's just real. I found that out about myself. It was weird because you know, that was something I truly believe changed after I got married. Because before, when I was in college, it wasn't an issue.
You saw how Omega set up because he wanted to hear this. You know what I'm saying? He's like, what? Cause and like I say, for me, it was never a big deal. Cause I'm only gonna make love to the one I'm truly feeling. I'm not these randoms. Even when I go back to the days of having a calendar, because I wanted everybody to know what they stood. Because I do have a theory about women busting windows and what you can realistically do to them. If you lie to them, they can bust your window if you have them thinking they're the only one. That calendar wasn't there to be disrespectful. It was so they knew you got a choice to make. Do you want to participate in this or no? Once they see the calendar, like who of them, it's like, hey, hey, my calendar filled up, so don't think you can come back tomorrow because tomorrow's already filled. It wasn't me being braggadocious or nothing. I just wanted to get that out the way early. This is what it is. Uh, and the only difference is, and we did two shows for the men and for the women, going from Mr. or Miss Right now to Mr. or Mrs. Right. Because there are some people who do get the promotion, but then there's some people when they hit that Mr. Right Now, Miss Right Now status, they never can progress above that, and it's because sometimes we have a mental block on what we see about them. Um, but hey, how many of us in reality ain't never saw somebody that we wasn't attracted to, but later on found ourselves having naked thoughts about them, or even having naked activities with them, just because they wore us down and we start seeing a different side of them. But again, this is where to me it's so important to have conversations. You should be able to have them with be able to have them with your woman, in my opinion, your lover, your partner, whoever it is. I believe your woman should be able to tell you about her past, so you'll know how she got to be what she is. But women ain't gonna share their past if they know you're gonna be judgmental. They're gonna keep it to themselves. The other post was this guy said he ain't gonna date a woman who, if she 25, she done had more than 20 partners. Well, one, that's a little far fetched. But how many women really gonna tell you their body count and you gonna believe it? How many men can tell a woman their body count? So if I'm gonna judge a woman based on her 40 count, should she judge me based on my 40 count? I've been around just as much as she, and we try to make it a sexist thing, but body count is a body count. And yeah, we have standards, I guess. But if Jess know that I'm that, if Jess think I'm a good guy and I got these dumb Christian standards and she still like me, if her count is 10, but she know my cutoff is 4, she gonna tell me 3. Cause she gonna play the game. Because that's what we do. Cause I don't even get the point of it being important. And the guy like, oh, I need to know if she ever been a slut. Well, just ask her she been a slut. I mean, sitting there trying to figure out her body count that you can't verify is a dumbass conversation. Me and Trina could have a conversation because I told y'all I'm a voyeur. I like hearing about shit. I ain't got time to be jealous about it. I ain't looking for a virgin, but I like hearing stories. Shit, this is hell. I used to like Red Shoe Diaries. I tried to like Zane. It was just a little over the top, but shit, I'm old school. Like I said, Red Shoe Diaries is what it was. I want to hear these stories, but I want to know how you got to be where you got to be. Um, these just interest me. But I ain't sitting there saying, was he the first? Was he the 13th? Was he whatever? Ain't nobody got time for all that. How many guys you slept with? Who cares? But some guys, we got these little crazy hang-ups and we got these crazy things. But this is what, we'll have conversations with our homegirls. Homegirls will have crazy conversations and tell you the truth. And you just gotta sometimes just sit back and listen. And then say, damn, that makes sense. This is why, hell, I see why some girls cut me off now. I was thinking Mr. Right now, they were thinking Mr. Right. And because we had that conflict and I didn't understand the hustle, some of them I lost, some of them lost me. But it was a good thing because I didn't want to be Mr. Right. I wanted to have sex in the foyer. I wanted them to bend over, grab their ankles, and then I go out. Because, yeah, this ain't going to be that long. I don't need to cut my car off. I don't need none of that stuff. But like I said, these are the conversations that we need to have. And, I hate when people try to act like they all go to church twice on Sunday and everything they did was legit. They've never done anything outside the norm in their whole life, or they don't understand. Yeah, I get, we all want to make love, yada 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 yada. I'm gonna put Jess on the spot. Trina walked off. But as I talk to women, we having real talk conversations. Most women ain't even into this deep love making session on a regular basis. Who started talking about getting their back broke? Who started talking about breaking headboards? That was them. They want the rumble tumble, pull my hair, make me sweat, make me have nap sex. They want the intimacy from time to time, but they don't want the intimacy 3 times a week. They don't want intimacy 3, 4 times a week. You can give them the intimacy after the sex when y'all going to sleep. Jess, I see you smiling over there. What you got? What you got, Jess?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, and I think it happens as you get older, because I'm 33, so I would probably have to say maybe around 25. I felt like sex just had to be this whole intimate passion, and we supposed to just feel each other. Something happened around age 30, when I broke that bed. Then I started realizing that ain't it no more, So I completely agree. I think the intimacy part for me is more needed afterwards, once my back is broken, and you can rub it a little bit to make me feel better, or the fact that I may have to call out of work the next day. That's intimacy for me.
And that's when they want it, and and that's what I say. But these are conversations, because dudes don't even really get how the A game thing works. Conversations. We gotta talk to women who we not involved with to understand the inner workings of a woman, especially different types of women. Because sometimes we'll see a woman in a business outfit and we'll label her this and label her that. But talk to these women in these business outfits off the clock and see how real they can be when they get a chance to open up. They don't want to be that businesswoman all the time. Yeah, they have thoughts about the male boy coming in there ripping stuff off. They got them same fantasies, and sometimes they want us to do them. They don't be sitting around. Oh, I wanna make love on the beach, and it's cute, but that ain't what they doing.
Want to get bent over on a balcony.
That's why they be wearing wigs, because they know that they want that happy nappy sex. So, but again, like I said, these are the conversations that we gotta have, and I've noticed in my time, I think I'm the oldest, but when women see that you can appreciate that level of conversation, they're a little bit more frail with you, and you fall somewhere between Mr. Right now, the maintenance man, and Mr. Right. Because now you got levels to move up and down. Just because they cool having a conversation, I know my place. If we gonna do something, if we ain't, you ain't finna get a bunch of grief from me. But that's just one of them things that we got to talk about when we're having a conversation, because as we all look back on people in our life, say Roy was married for like 118 years. So I'm gonna exclude him on some of this, but on some of it, he with. We've been through different people, and some people served a specific purpose. We tried to promote them because we was thinking some kind of thought process. Some got promoted that we didn't even know had the potential. You just got to be a little bit open-minded and have these little conversations and see what go from here to there. I made a post about simple respect. I ain't met a woman yet who don't want a maintenance man who show respect. Even though they want you to do the nasty to them like a regular street girl, they still want that respect. They don't want you to come over there acting all kind of ways, and that just kind of go with everything. But we got the conversations. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about if politics gonna play a role in our relationship, if religion gonna play a role in this relationship. What is it? What are your
Hold up. You just jumped on something. I want to Jessica. So with that being said, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer just based on the conversation. You're not having what D just said. You're not having any of those conversations with your maintenance man, correct?
Me and my maintenance man have never actually had a conversation on the phone. Everything is through text message. There is nothing happening between.
Roll up at 4:30. Roll up at 4:30 or roll up at 9:30. It ain't never. So who you voting for?
Huh?
I said your texts are usually roll up at 4:30, roll up at 9:30. You're never asking, so who are you voting for?
What you mean, who am I voting for?
No, they don't have. The intellectual conversations ain't with the maintenance man. If anything, the conversation with the maintenance man, they may drop a quick complaint, or they may casually mention that something something needs fixing around the house, and the maintenance man can come.
Not even that.
But I'm just saying. I mean, I
and the crazy thing is, he actually is a maintenance man that can fix stuff in my house, but I don't want you in here. I'll pay somebody.
Right, and I actually was a maintenance man. So that to me, that's how the transition was so funny because I could fix stuff. So I served dual purposes, but it worked for me because I couldn't cook. So sometimes that was the trade-off. You feed me, I'll come fix it. So everybody save money in the transition.
Yeah, I was
And
a
you know,
person.
I love to cook.
Right.
I love to cook, but I have never cooked for this individual right here.
Yeah, Trina's trying to have me come put that swing together for a banana pudding.
Oh, the swings are up.
I know she was trying to pimp me though. She was gonna have me come put that swings on. she don't care nothing about pimping me. Nothing, y'all. But yeah, and you know, like I say, it's these conversations at the different levels are so important to just have them because too many times we assume that people think what we think, you know, and Omega, no, he different because he came from a different lifestyle. So it's a little bit easy for him, but he probably, and Omega, he probably had to cancel him out because they don't know nothing about it and they weren't even trying to hear nothing about it. And it's like, you know, and everybody's judgmental without knowing anything because they got preconceived notions of what it is or what it's about. Look at it. That's a guilty smile right there, bro. That was a guilty smile.
It's definitely, you know, it's definitely happened. I think at least for my situation, it's kind of like things and people. If you're living according to your purpose and what you're supposed to do, I think the things and people that are supposed to be eliminated tend to eliminate themselves. Like a lot of times, the reason why we hold on to the wrong things and the wrong people is because we're still doing the wrong things and the wrong people, and that puts us in that circle or puts us, you know, with that person. So, you know, that goes with dating or with anything, with your job, with your career, with whatever. If you're focused on what you're supposed to be doing, then I think that, you know, a lot of the riffraff, so to speak, kind of falls off on its own. So that's kind of, again, if we were to bring it back to the dating process, if you have a you know, a goal or a purpose in your dating, then all the riffraff are going to naturally fall off because they don't fit into that category of what you're looking for.
Right, and I think somebody said, I think Cinna was talking about a guy asked her about when was the last time she had sex or something like that. Some conversations are just not going to happen.
Right.
Even with the conversation, you know, I had a woman ask me about, you know, what am I still doing? I told Trina, you know, when I got to a certain point, when I knew Trina was the one, I started eliminating women because it served no purpose for me to be with them, but I'm constantly thinking about Trina. And I keep wanting to call them Trina because they're just there occupying space and time. And it got, you know, if we're going to have sex, let's have sex so you can go. Because I need to get home and call my babe. You know, this is, it is what it is. Let me fix that plumbing and go your way. There ain't a whole lot we need to talk about. You know, some women are good at that role. Some women weren't. But, you know, Omega, I ain't seen a bottle yet of this gin.
Oh man, I gotta you know, it's I was gonna just send it to you. It's illegal for me to send it through the mail. I gotta go to third party and all that stuff.
But I'm saying you ain't sold a bottle yet.
Oh man. Oh, it's because I'm upscale now, man. I drink the gin out of a decanter, okay? But I'm supposed to have a custom decanter from somebody.
Yeah, but you ain't never told nobody what you wanted.
I said I wanted your. See, let me see yours, Jessica. Put yours in the.
Hold on, let me show you mine.
Oh, dirty. That's why we always fighting on Facebook. This nigga don't take care of me, y'all. Nigga terrible, boy.
See, now that's mine. See, so you supposed to have the S on there or whatever. But I told you to go to the page so she can see what you want. I can't tell her how you want it.
So here's mine.
I want it like yours.
But I got you don't why would you want one with a B? Then I got the glass. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what you want. Yo, why would you know?
Let me see. I seen the thing.
Just put yours back up again and say something.
Who, mine?
Yes.
I have all mine right here from Trina.
Oh, they got me dirty. Boy,
Here's my glass from Little Thing.
Hey man, go to the page, little bro, and look at the page. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Trina, where you at? This brother right here threatening me on my own show.
And I wish I had the order she made from My 2.5-second relationship, because that was real nice what she did for him. And this is the other one.
I like that one. Okay.
Yeah. My last little my microwave relationship I had.
Yeah. I got
That's funny. You bought him a gift though?
Yeah, but me and him, we've been friends for years, and we're still friends. We still real good friends. So regardless, I was gonna get him a birthday gift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mounted my TV. He fixed stuff around here. That's my homie. Regardless of what happened, that's my homeboy.
Just so y'all see it, that's empty. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, hold up, Omega, hold up. I'm gonna put you on
No, you
full
can't
screen
because you ain't on this.
I'm gonna put you full screen so we can all see it.
Damn, Sankofa gin. It's a citrus berry gin. It's 100 proof gin that you cannot taste. So it's very sexy and very dangerous. Like I said, you can mix it with any kind of juice because it's a citrus berry. You don't have a heavy juniper taste or that pine cone taste that gin usually has. Super smooth, distilled 3 times. It's actually filtered with the waters of Lake Minnetonka. I'm joking, y'all. Don't listen to me. Yeah, Sankofa gin, man. Citrus berry gin, like that.
I was just about to be like, hold up, Lake Minnetonka, send me a case. Do I need to come get it?
Now, put your decanter back up, cause Trina right here.
Mine?
No, Omega. So Omega, she said go to the page, stop playing, and she said stop threatening her man, cause we don't have to take no road trip, bro. Oh, she said inbox her, but I just put the page. I'm gonna send you the page again, so you can do your own design. But you know, Trina, she a thug. She from New York. I'm just saying. So
hey man,
she'll beat you up.
Listen, I'm just passing all my ass whoopers on to you.
Yeah, but she says send the logo, cause she could probably make you a decanter with the logo on it. But you got to send it to her. That's what I'm saying.
I do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but just hit her up. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you the link. I'm just gonna tag you on the page so you can just look at some stuff and then go from there.
All right,
Shawana, I'm gonna put it because it's on Facebook, but you can find it on Instagram too. Well, actually, if you just put the search bar in, if you put in little things, it's gonna take you to her whole shebang. Well, I think Shawana is here.
And get a bath bomb too.
Oh yeah, get a bath bomb too. Hey, I'm gonna just tell y'all this about this bath bomb. If y'all ain't never had a bath bomb, cause those hood dudes ain't never had one. And I told my cousin the first time she got this little bath bomb. First of all, it's cool cause it's like Pepto Bismol. I mean, it's like a Alka-Seltzer. You put it in, get in the tub first, then drop it in. Now I'm gonna tell you this is where you're gonna have a moment because like 30-40 seconds after you drop this bath bomb in, if you touch yourself, you're gonna realize how soft your skin really feel. So you're having a little ATL moment. Cause I touch my leg and it's all feeling soft and smooth. I'm just touching on myself. I'm like, this ain't natural. I'm just rubbing on myself cause that little bath bomb is the truth. And I tell every dude who get it, man, just let your girl get in there first, cause you're gonna have a moment when you just touching on yourself, and then you're gonna realize it's kind of creepy how I'm feeling on myself. But I feel super smooth. But hey, get you one. She got one. Hey, it come with a little bottle of wine, fellas. So get your girl drunk. Make sure you're in the tub with her so she don't sink. But yeah, when you go to the page, you'll see all that. All right. So yeah. Cause don't be threatening. He threatening me on the show. Jessica throwing me under the bus on my show. Bro, we're gonna go back to the old day where it's just me and you. I don't get how people just feel so comfortable on my show that they talking trash like that. I'm just kind of confused on how this happened. You know,
you and your uncomfortable conversations.
Nah, bro, them threats I'm getting. You know,
I didn't threaten you. I just used your own words.
Nah, you threw me under the bus. Trina threatened me on the inbox. That Roy them seen when she was throwing up fish.
I saw that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She done I don't know what my tequila is. I'm thinking, I don't know what my tequila is. It gone.
You know, you on your own with that one. You ain't gonna get no sympathy when Trina threatening you.
Really? How y'all? Man, bro, you too? How you gonna do the show without?
Did she just throw something? She just threw something.
So y'all seen it, right? Y'all seen it. So
abuse, man. I'm gonna call people.
That's what it is. It's abuse. And hey, bro, we got this memorial line. See?
Hey. Yeah, she got to realize she on tape now. You know,
yeah, she on tape now. I got witnesses. Y'all see
over that blanket.
Yeah. This is the abuse I go through. And everybody thinks she's so sweet. Everybody says, oh, she's so sweet. She went, and y'all saw what I was doing. Absolutely nothing. I'm over here just chilling, minding my own business, trying to get y'all to go to her website, and bam. So when I tell y'all about it, when I give y'all the story next week when she gone about this frying pan, y'all know I'm telling the truth. She hit me with a frying pan one time.
I didn't see it.
I'm sorry. It wasn't a frying pan. It was a skillet because she keep correcting me. Anyway, go on with your show. I'm trying to. Everybody laughing. They distracted. Everybody making sure I'm okay. Remember I told y'all to blink twice if everything ain't okay? I'm just letting y'all know this is a signal. Whew, man, I can't believe I'm just sitting there doing my little show trying to be helpful. What? When you going somewhere? So, with that being said, everybody good? Y'all got anything else y'all want me to bring up? Because I'm still suffering from this minor concussion that I got because it hurt.
I didn't see it.
Jessica, you wear glasses.
Actually, there's no prescription in these. This is just for fashion only. Match my shirt.
I got a question.
What you got, Omega?
This question for the panel. Would you rather be loved or respected? Gotta pick one.
Jess?
This is with your spouse. This is with the closest thing you have to the significant other. Loved or respected?
Doesn't respect come with love? How can you really love me if you don't respect me?
They come together, but there's two separate things. So I'll just say, I'll tweak it. Let's say which one is more important, and you got to pick one. Love or respect.
Because you can love people and have no respect for them. You can respect somebody and not love them. So which one is more important?
I don't see how you can love someone and not respect them.
Like, what if your mom is on drugs and you love your mom, but you don't respect that she's a drug addict?
That's a different type of respect. I respect her and honor her as my mother.
And a different type of love. Yeah.
So listen,
right.
Okay, so
that's kind of different.
Let me tweak it then. You have love and respect in your relationship. Which one is more important to you?
I'm still going to say love, because if this man truly loves me, he's going to respect me. When the respect stops, then he doesn't love me anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think love, when you're talking about eros love or erotic or remote romance between two individuals, to me, you can't love somebody that you don't respect. And that's like, and to make it to kind of be full circle, and it's funny to me, and funny in the ironic sense, I'm gonna roll all the way back to the beginning of the show with Darren talking about old boy Mr. Jackson. Like, all that bull, people say what they want to be, and I tell people all the time, to me, he doesn't love his wife because he didn't respect her going through that process. The only way that I say that is if they sat back in the corner. It was like, Beyonce and them made a lick off that lemonade thing. So if we come together, now if she ain't on the game, that's one thing. But to me, if you don't truly love somebody, you don't do things to disrespect them.
I won't necessarily say that. I think people can cheat or have a disrespectful moment because they're human and can make a mistake. I don't think that necessarily says that person does not love me anymore.
But just hold up though, because see, here's the thing. He didn't have a moment. He had several individuals that he had multiple moments with. That's a damn choice.
See, I don't really know his entire story because I have never cared for this guy since years ago. I've never been that type of person to follow a lot of people who talk out their ass on social media. So I really didn't know who this man really was until all this happened. But
even with anybody though, my point is though, the first time something happens, it's a mistake. Mm-hmm. Anytime after that shit's a choice.
It's a habit.
So yeah, I won't say it's a habit yet, but it's a choice. So I'll give you, if somebody slips up and cheats on their partner one time, they got caught up in the heat of the moment, whatever the situation was. Mm-hmm. I'll give you say one time, but like Darren was saying with that, you got to show your true remorse about it. You got to be serious about making amends for it, and then you got to be committed to not doing it again. You know, if that's the discussion that y'all had as far as that part of being in y'all relationship, that it's supposed to be that.
Do you believe, I'm talking to you, Roy, do you believe that is possible? And let's just say, okay, I want to ask that question. I just say, if that happened, let's say you had a woman who had a incident, a mistake, like I said one time, and she's trying to do everything that you're saying. Would you be able to accept that? Because I've noticed a lot of men can't accept that their woman has been with somebody else.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, and look, we didn't talk about it before. I'm a different breed of person, and yeah, but my ex cheated on me.
Y'all stay together?
I was
okay.
No, not now. But see, that wasn't the issue. That actually the thing that ended up pushing our stuff over the edge got to a respect point.
Gotcha.
But did you lose respect because she cheated?
No. She did something where she was disrespectful. And that's when I was like, you know what? This shit's a wrap now.
So you got past the cheating part and it was a different incident.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I also feel like women cheat.
Huh?
I also feel like women cheat for different reasons, and women cheating to me is a little more serious than a man cheating most of the time.
See, to me, that's a cop out because that's a straight cop out.
No, I'm not saying it's a cop out at all. I get a little bit why men cannot handle it as far more than like a woman can. A woman, I feel like, can handle it more because she knows her man and she probably knows, okay, this was just sex. For me, if I'm in a relationship with a man, and let's just be on record, I have never cheated in any of my relationships. I have not. I was separated from my ex-husband. We got a divorce, so I had a dating experience during that. But as far as actually cheating while I'm actively in a relationship, I have not done that. But for some man to come into my life and for me to actually lay down and have sex with him, the cheating started way before I had sex with him. Because now I have an emotional attachment to this man. So it's a little more serious. That's why I think a lot of times men cannot handle it like a woman can. A man can sit here and meet a chick at the club, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. He only got her phone number. He don't talk to her no more. For a woman, most of the time something happened.
But see, and I'm gonna say, hold up before you jump in. Hold up, baby. Let me say this. You see, Jessica, that's because you look at things a lot differently. It's a lot of women out there who use that line, who say that, and they just wanted to do certain things. So it's not always that situation.
No, I'm not saying all women, especially in newer days now. It's a lot of women. Oh, some of them, and not everyone, but a lot of women, I feel like they have this mentality, I'm gonna get you before you get me. So some of them, they may even have this thought that maybe it's happening. So they're just gonna do it before, so they don't sit here and look stupid. And they don't want to be vulnerable. A lot of women don't want to be vulnerable anymore. But that's a part of your relationship, is being vulnerable with the person that you're with. But for me, it would take a lot for a man to actually have that connection with me for me to sit here and step out of my relationship. I'm one of those people, any of my exes, I fight to the end. So that's just my thought. I think that's one reason why men have a hard time with accepting if their woman has cheated on them, is because probably some texting happened. Probably some dates happen.
I'll say this. I agree with her, because I'll just say a man can be completely happy in his relationship, have no problems with his woman, has no intentions of leaving, and still cheat. And I'm talking just averages. So there are, exceptions to every rule. All right, yeah, there's exceptions to every rule. I've been drinking. But a man, like I said, can be totally happy and cheat, whereas a woman, usually, if a woman is cheating, it's because she's unhappy. And I don't think the modern woman is any different, because even like you said, she's cheating because she feels vulnerable. All right, if she's in a relationship where she feels vulnerable, she's unhappy. And then you said, well, she's cheating because she no longer wants to feel vulnerable, or she's cheating because I'm gonna get you before you get me. Okay, then that means she's insecure in that relationship and feels like this man is gonna get her. Okay, she's not happy. So you see what I'm saying? So if a woman is truly happy, I think it's different for her to cheat. I think she maybe views cheating more seriously than a man does if he's happy. Therefore, when your woman cheats on you, you understand it's probably because you did something fucked up. Whereas a man can cheat on the woman, and the woman knows I didn't do nothing to deserve this.
See, that's the part there that I think that's the part that irritates me. Because I can tell you, I know I didn't do anything. My ex even said, she even came back to me after the fact, and we had conversations about it.
But there's always an exception. There's always, but I feel like overall.
But can she tell you, like, let's say, bro, and I don't know, because I don't know your situation, but I'm saying, like, let's say you never did anything, like, okay, you never cheated, you took care of all the bills, you took care of all of this, but was there something that she wanted? Like, maybe, like I said, she wanted you to jump from the chandelier, and you was more a jump from the dresser type of dude. You see what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, I'm just saying, for a woman, there's something, and now it might not have been your fault. I'm not saying that, but it might be something that she's unhappy with.
I get what you're saying, and I'm just saying I somewhat disagree with it. Like I said, I think it's more. I would agree more with what Jessica said. That there's sometimes that it was the whole "I'm going to get you before you get me" mentality. Like, if I give anything to a situation to happen, that would probably be what I would say her excuse was, because she accused me of cheating several times.
So, okay, so why was she accusing you? What did you do? Like,
I didn't know. Hold on, it's not what I did. Hold on. It's not what I did. It's what I do for a living. Just like now, and I know Chandra, she's still on. She's heard me say this. I've said this on multiple shows. Darren, I think I've said it on this show before. I have to be with a secure woman because of the type of business that I'm in. Why? Because I spend all damn day, most of the time, around extremely attractive women. And that's what I do. I'm in television and entertainment. I am always around attractive Black women. So just because people were in what our situation was, is that there were sisters who were buying into my vision and who saw what I was trying to do overall. And y'all know how y'all, as sisters, y'all know how y'all get when y'all believe in a brother. It ain't got to be nothing romantic going on. It got to be nothing sexual. If you believe in a brother, you don't have it.
If your lady said them women,
even though you're
if your
saying
lady
this
said
woman,
the women wanted more, they wanted more, bro. Because your woman got woman's intuition. So if she looking at them women and saying it's more than that, and they want you, bro, they probably did, and you probably just was so wrapped up in your vision that you can't see that this woman is not necessarily, she wants you. You know what I'm saying?
It's something that she may have been actually lacking that you maybe didn't realize. Let me tell you something. I've dated men in the music industry who have been around these beautiful Instagram models. My oldest son's father is still in the music industry and around all these different people. But one thing I can say, they did everything in their power to make me feel secure. Them women never fazed me. But sometimes it may not, we're not perfect. So when you sit there and say, I did absolutely nothing wrong, there's always something that we are doing that's not right in our relationships. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Oh, I'm completely perfect. Absolutely not. A woman may feel like she's lacking something without even voicing it. I'm not saying that she was right for cheating, but lots of times women cheat because something is lacking. Like you said,
I told y'all what it was. I said what it was. She saw other sisters jumping on the bandwagon.
So again, you're putting it on her.
Jessica, she was the one that did it. What am I supposed to hold up? Hold up. What am I supposed to do? I'm out here grinding.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. You could have done.
Listen to what I'm saying here, and I can get you to attest. I got two people who are tuning in right now between Darren and my girl Chandra, who have seen me while I'm working.
I don't need to talk.
Hold on. No, yes, you do. Listen, because what you just said, you trying to turn this back around on me.
I'm not turning it around on you.
Yes, you did.
When I was in my marriage,
I had to have done something. She was not. Hold on, because one of the chicks actually ended up talking to her because me and this one chick had literally been friends for like 15 years. And when she saw that I was doing the stuff with the network, she actually went back and had a conversation with my wife. At the time, we were still married because she knew it was something going on. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. She said my wife even told her. She was just like, it was just very hard for me to see another woman taking that much interest in what my husband was doing and was doing more for his business than what I was willing to do. That shit ain't on me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's all on her, right?
But you allowed it.
Let me say this. And this is hold on. Listen,
because this woman can only put so much that you allow.
But let me
no.
But listen, let me say this. When I was going through my divorce, I went to marriage counseling, and I just felt like I was the best wife ever. And even the deacon actually said, yes, you, as far as you did nothing wrong. But however, even though you didn't do anything wrong, this person may have felt X, Y, and Z, which is why this happened. And what I'm trying to say to you is, even though you felt like you didn't do anything wrong, I'm not justifying her cheating, because cheating completely is absolutely wrong. But there's a feeling in her, like she said, there's a feeling in her that maybe this void that she needed you to fill. Were you able to fill that void for her?
That's not his responsibility.
But listen.
When you're married, when you're married.
But this is where we keep doing the disconnect, and this is why I say conversations are so important. But remember Bobby Womack's song, "If You Think You're Lonely Now." See, sometimes women want something, and I tell this to people I hire. You can't. Sometimes we can get so caught up in building for the future that we forget right now. And if I'm doing something and I got this great vision plan for me and Trina, and I'm working hard to get this so we can go somewhere in October. Well, when Trina get lonely in June and July, even though she knows what I'm doing, that don't take away the fact that she's feeling neglected, and we miss that. And it don't have to be an intentional act. Hold on, we ain't got to be doing nothing intentional. We missed we missed the unintended consequences, and that for the same reason we feel left out sometimes, because women are doing stuff and we feel neglected, but we don't know how to have these conversations sometimes, because we either don't want to argue, we can't articulate them, and sometimes we just don't know that we're missing something. And
see, hold up,
but I'm gonna jump in.
I'm gonna jump in this side right there, because just like Omega just made the statement, some of that is not my fault. She has to come to me and tell me that. Don't she tells another woman, and listen, my ex-wife and my ex-girlfriend, the last two relationships that I have been in over the past 20 years have both said the same thing. They said I am the most attentive man that they have ever dealt with. And my ex got remarried. So I know what I was doing in the situation.
Let me ask you a question, Roy.
She wasn't talking to you.
Let me ask you a question.
She had a feeling in herself that she saw other women supporting me the way that people felt the wife should support their husband. If she was having something, why didn't she say something to me?
Okay.
I can't see that she's feeling like she's doing less. I wasn't concerned. I'm grinding hell for her so we can do stuff together. This is the point that I have a problem with. At some point, we got to stop always saying that dudes are the ones who are responsible for some of this shit.
I'm not saying
No, we don't.
I'm not saying it.
Hold on, Jess. If a dude gonna be the king, then he has accepted the captain of the ship, regardless of why the ship sank, is still on the captain. So dudes, men, whatever, we can't keep claiming we want all this stuff, and whether we don't do nothing wrong or not. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on. There is no difference, because when you're going through this and you got to grind, guess what? We have another responsibility to do. We got a responsibility to check in. Babe, are you okay? Are you sure you good with this journey?
And I did all of that.
You gonna let me finish?
But you're not perfect. You're making it seem like you are the
perfect.
Listen,
I'm not.
Roy,
I'm not saying that
stop taking it. Roy,
I know what the effort was that I put into that relationship.
Right. And if she can't explain it because she don't know how, Roy, again, we got to look at the choices we made. See, everybody keep wanting to blame somebody else. At the end of the day, you made a decision on her. And if you missed that, you got to say, guess what? I made a bad decision. And then go from there.
I agree with you.
So, but don't keep trying to push it to her. Because hold on, Omega. Every time we push something to somebody else, we take away all our accountability, not responsibility.
No, we don't, Darren.
Yes,
we do not take away our accountability where we give somebody the responsibility of their actions.
Right.
Their actions
Everybody
are their responsibility. Right. I'm not going to be accountable for shit that she does.
You're right, Roy.
AD, let me jump in.
Jump in, Omega.
Hey, let me just ask you a question, Roy. Here's the question. Your ex said, and you agree, you are the most attentive man ever. What I think we all try and get you to see is you are the most attentive man ever whose woman wouldn't tell him that she's lacking fill in the blank. How do you explain that?
Just what Trina just said. Poor communication skills. That's not on me. I gave.
Hold on. Hey, Roy, how many people
let me clear it up. Let me clear it up. Let me be clear. Hold up, Omega. Hold up. I was the most attentive person in those relationships. That's what I was saying. So first off, I'm gonna put that in there. I ain't saying I'm the most attentive ever. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But at some point, just like Trina said, she has poor communication skills. When I tell you, I literally made it a point to take time out every week, just like Darren, just like you and Trina talk about, y'all sit in the tub and do y'all thing. Dude, when I was married, I sat down with my wife every week, me and her. The kids had to go somewhere. They had to be, we would sit and talk. I'm like, baby, tell me what's going on? What are you feeling? Because why? I did the premarital counseling the way that I feel you should do it. If y'all have a spiritual connection, you need to do it with a spiritual advisor. And but you also need to do it with somebody who is a licensed psychologist or counselor in those type of situations. And we did that. And I took all that advice because I knew where we were going with stuff. It's one thing for me to say, yeah, at the end of the day, I chose her. You're absolutely right. Because even when Omega asked the question, I made a decision to stay after the infidelity. I had my reasons for that. I made that choice and did it for 5 more years because of the choice that I had and the choices that I made. So yes, anything that happened after that, I knew I set myself up for whatever was coming. But you're not gonna make me be responsible. Cause that's just like hold up, no. You just let me give you the example. So if I, as a man, go out and cheat on my wife, I get to turn around and be like, well, I cheated, it's on her. And if you tell me I can't do that, don't say what you just said to me.
We never said that
I never said
it was
your
on
fault. If she cheated, it's not your fault. What I'm saying is there is something in her that she was probably lacking. Like something she was feeling empty on. And it may have been a reason why she couldn't say, because most of the men that I date are extremely driven men. They are going after something. And there's a part of me that has to kind of get used to, hey, I may not see him as much as I would like to. I may not do this as much as I would like to. And I do sometimes feel empty. And I don't want to be a complainer. I don't want to say these things to him because I know this man has a goal. He has a dream, but I don't want him to fall down because he over here trying to sit here and please me. So I deal with the punches. But am I lonely? Yeah.
But Jessica, that just like Tree said, that's communication. If the man
I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you at all. But
that's what I'm saying. But
inside of her, what she was
feeling.
So
I get what you're saying there, yeah. But that's and that's the thing. Even when you try to pull that stuff out, people have those issues.
Because the thing is, if we see that this man is doing his thing, he's obtaining his goal, he's going towards things, and he is making this thing happen. But yeah, I miss those foot rubs all the time. I ain't had no foot rub in a good month or so, but I'm dealing with it because I am loving to see my man's dreams come true. Yeah, it's a sacrifice. I guess that's more of what I'm trying to say. You sacrifice those things.
Jessica, how does a man fix that? So a man is doing his thing, he's growing, his business is going good, his woman sees that he's growing good, but she also is lonely. So she's seeing his business grow, but she's also missing the lonely part. How does a man fix that?
In all honesty, if she's the type that's kind of like me that kind of deals with it, there is no way he can fix that because she's not going to say anything because she is happy that he is making his dreams come true. I have dealt with that.
That's okay. So let's say sometimes a woman might not say I'm unhappy, but it just shows in other ways. So you know what I'm saying? Like, a man can recognize something is going on in the relationship.
Now, if he is the type that can tell, because I've dealt with that can really tell, then I will let him know. But if it's over, he's not really at the point where he can tell, and we ain't, on that type of thing, then he would never know.
Let's say he could tell, and he know. What would he do for you? What would he do for you that would fix those feelings of loneliness that you have?
Maybe more time. Let's see if we can kind of push. Or one thing with me that I did in my last serious relationship, I became a helper. I helped them. So then we was actually spending more time together because I was helping him. For those type of businesses that is really no way for me to kind of help except for be a supportive ear or to try to give my opinions or something like that. One thing about me, and DVP can attest that I stay busy. I'm always crafting, I'm making cakes, I'm always cooking. I find something to keep my mind occupied so that way I do not feel quite as lonely as I really am. But like I said, most of the time, for whatever reason, I attract men who are super busy, men who have jobs out of state, or travel a lot for work. Most of the time, I do not date men who are in my face all the time. And part of that is because I'm not a clingy woman, but I am a woman still who likes attention and affection.
And let me say this, because Chandra said something that's interesting, and she said you got to understand how women are. Sometimes the thing comes because most women want to be first. If she finds out she competing with your dream, that's a whole different level of jealousy that you might miss out on. And you can want her to talk. You can ask all the right questions. But that's where we, as kings and leaders, got to know who we dealing with. I've dealt with women who were like Jess, that they ain't going to say nothing. But by the time she say something, she at 9. Because there are no steps, because we're missing something. So if it means I got to take out time to call her at 2 in the morning while I'm busy, that we playing these things, and it's easy to do, but it's easy to miss, because women will see this competition. The competition don't always have to be from another woman. When we become so obsessed with the future that we forget today, that woman is today. And we're doing this, and we're doing all these great and wonderful things. We're going to be set for the next 10 years. She's still lonely today. She's lonely tomorrow. When she finally, let me finish. I'll let y'all finish.
It's harder to compete with a dream.
Right.
It's harder to compete with a dream than a woman.
She's going to be like Jessica. She don't want to sit there and smash her dream. But at some point, she's going to realize she can't compete with the dream. So they do what they do. And that's why I say, as the head of household, as the king, we got to pay a lot more attention. And that's why I say, yeah, at the end of the day, it's still us, because most of us who are driven, Jess can say this, Roy, you know this. I'm probably sure Omega. We've been so obsessed with dreams sometimes that everything and everybody went on the back burner because we were driven. Some people rode the dream out with us, but we lost some people because they didn't want to compete. They couldn't compete. They're not gonna sit there and say, well, I feel like you spending too much time and trying to be happy. You need to do it, because they know it sounds selfish. So you know what they do? They just slowly mentally remove themselves and physically remove themselves. And we have to accept that we did play a huge part in that. It happens. It ain't a bad thing. That's why I say it's about accept, not responsibility, because I can't be responsible for what somebody won't tell me. But I got to understand, am I putting them in a position where telling me the truth is going to cause a bigger argument? Because if I'm dating Jessica and she got this big order where she finna make $5,000, it's gonna take all her time, but I want to do something this weekend. So now this little secret plan I had for her for this weekend, I got to put on hold because she's doing something. But damn, I've been saving up for this. I ain't finna tell Jessica not to make the money, because now it sounds selfish. But I still missing out on something, and that's why I say it's about accepting. It's my fault if I cheat. But she contributed to my insecurity. She didn't even know it, and I can't tell her that's what she did, because I don't even know how to articulate that I'm being insecure about some damn cakes. But that's what happens internally.
But two things. One, and I'm gonna go back to Chandra. The first thing I'm gonna go back to Chandra is she said, just you use that one of her quotes. I'm gonna roll on the other one. We have to stop being expected to be mind reading. I do not know what the hell is going on in your head until you tell me. Even if I'm asking you the questions, even if I'm trying to pull it out of you, if you don't tell me, I don't know. Now, here's the other piece, and I'm going to go back to the question that Omega asked to your last point, using with Jessica. If I love Jessica, I'm going to respect what Jessica's doing. And if she hit me up, I don't care how long I've been planning this trip. Because you know me, I'm a planner. I like surprises. I'm like, baby, this could have been that one trip she wanted to do. But she got a gig that not only going to pay her 10 grand right now, but it's going to give her a contract with one of the biggest movie houses that every time they come into town, they want to do her cakes. They want her desserts on their set. Guess what the hell I'm going to do? I'm going to call them people up, be like, look here, we need to take the trip some other time. Me and my baby going to be baking cakes and shit this weekend. But that's what we got to do. Why? Because I love and respect her.
That's what you want. Right? Everybody ain't built for struggle love, and that's what we gotta learn to accept. Everybody.
That's another good God. That is not struggle love, bro.
Yes, it is. Are you listening to what you keep saying? Roy, it is not right. Everybody ain't built for that. She got her own dreams. That's why people who go to college end up breaking up, because when she go to college, they start doing this, and we don't want to see it. You keep saying but
Darren,
Jessica, tell me.
Just say about her stuff.
Jessica
How is
just
that struggle
Roy,
love?
Roy, Jessica just told you. Other women are just telling you what it is, Roy. You can be so caught up. Everybody ain't a good teammate, Roy. That's why some people can't play.
I get that.
No,
Tell
you
me
not
how to
because
tell me what I just said is struggle love.
what you gonna do. Everybody
No,
don't want to.
I'm asking
Roy,
you to tell me
Roy,
how what I just said is struggle
can I
love.
finish? I sat back. Can I finish? Everybody ain't a
Say the
good
struggle love.
teammate.
Explain the
Roy,
struggle love to me. Where did
because you
I
just
say
said, Roy,
struggle love in that?
you just said you're gonna be a teammate while she doing something that you want to do. Roy, that's struggle love. You want to do something, she want to do something. Ain't no compromising. She gonna do what she gotta do because she placed that first. It's okay. We gotta learn that. It's okay because you can't make people be who you are, and that's
I didn't say
that.
that, dude.
I ain't say you said that, Roy. You won't if you quit interrupting me, Roy. You'll get to the whole point, but you keep making me start over. If you just
go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm gonna mute my microphone. Shit.
Please. It's just like when I tell people why the 5 love languages is so important, because if we don't know our partner's love language, we love like we want to be loved. We think people will do what we do, and that's where the confusion comes in because we don't get that. If somebody needs something, but we doing what we think they want, and we ain't doing the checkup because if you know you got a halfway decent partner, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna always say the right thing, even though they burning inside. They burning, and it's why I tell people sometimes you gotta stop that grind and just take care of home. What the most important thing Jessica said is that all those guys, no matter how busy they was, no matter how many miles were, they made her feel secure, which meant they had to stop doing something to tend to her because they couldn't do it no other way. So if it ain't nothing but a phone call, it's something that they gotta stop to let her know, hey, you're still here, because we don't do that. We don't understand if their love language is touch, a phone call, whatever it is, because we get so caught up. Hell, I done did it. Most of these other people have done it. And we think that because our partner was compliant and then complain, and then when it's all over with, we realize we lost them because they didn't want to do it, because they were struggling. They were competing with a dream. No woman can compete with your dream. They know this. They know this. Which is why men leave women who go to college, because she's so busy trying to get that master's degree. She got to type all these papers. We want affection. We want sex. She ain't got time for sex. She got a paper that's due. So now we start feeling left out. Oh yeah, I want her to get that degree. It sounds good in the beginning. It sounds good in the first 3 months. This degree gonna take her 6 years. Are we built for 6 years of missing out on sex? For once a week sex, once a month sex, because she always busy grinding and she's still working to help pay for this? Most of us ain't. We'll say we are, just like people say what they'll do. And people talking about, oh, I ain't never, and I ain't knocking you, Jeff, I ain't never cheated in a relationship. Then you ask them, what's your longest relationship? And they say 4 years. Well, shit, you really ain't been in a relationship until you've been in a 15-year relationship and ain't cheated for real. I can't hear what you're saying because you ain't never stood the test of time. We gotta accept that that's how it is. And we think what we think, but we gotta listen. Kings are responsible, period. You can't be a king and be part-time responsible. Whether you missed a clue, whether she didn't tell you, in your vetting process, you missed something. We all do it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's 8:03. I ain't finished my drink.
Crush that. Shot.
Damn it. And here come mindless chaos at 8:03, ready to start some shit, but we finna go. So I would let Jessica promote her product that she ain't making no more. So me and Trina over here starving as she watches Trina throw stuff at me. That's a symptom of being hangry, Jess. So it's your fault. Now don't show her glass off now.
No, this was my glass I was showing you was empty.
Oh, well, I'm still mad at you. She hit me because you ain't made enough
another
food.
50 pounds and then we back up cooking.
All right. So Jess, what's up, real tailgaters? Tell them who you are, how to find you, and we gonna come back again. Cause I know Roy got some more to say. I see him over there just rocking their head. His beard done grew some.
Best way, I guess, to find me is basically on Facebook under Jessica Lynette, spelled JESIKAHLNETTE. I also have a business called The Conversation. That is a little on halt right now due to some personal reasons, but I just also kicked off another business as of yesterday called the On the Bay Collection, which is a collection of redesigning shoes with jewels and personalizing them a lot of times for bridals, for birthday celebrations, graduations, things like that. So that page is coming soon. But honestly, that's it right now. I'm 40 pounds smaller and I feel good. I'm about to go work out as soon as this is over.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Omega, come on and share your gin with us that I can't taste again.
I know, right?
I'm gonna get it to you. I'm actually working on getting I should be in Atlanta maybe a couple weeks. But anyway, I'm Omega Black, 1/3 owner of Sankofa Gin. It's a citrus berry gin. Wonderful to the taste, super smooth. Our other owners would be Angie Dallas and Mike Lee. It's a family endeavor. Just to put a short synopsis on what Sankofa, the word Sankofa means and stand for. As you can see on the logo, the Sankofa bird is an African proverb that means it is not bad to go back for that which has been forgotten. And essentially what that means is the old knowledge, the old wisdom, the old thoughts and lessons that our ancestors have went through. We need to go back and get those things and that we have lost and bring them into our present, and then also pass them forward onto the future. So that's to our children, to our lineage, on down our bloodline. So that's essentially what that means, Sankofa. Then it's also surrounded by the wings of Horus, which means stands the test of time. So essentially, that's what we stand for here at Sankofa. We're just trying to reach back to knowledge and lessons of our forefathers, our ancestors, and just pass that on, that generational wealth, that generational knowledge on to our children.
And my super producer, founder of my JBN, where we unapologetically black and we deal in uncomfortable conversations. Tell them what to do if they want to be a part of the team, Roy.
All right. Well, appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna start off with this. If you have not downloaded our app, please go get the app. We got a lot of stuff that's getting ready to kick off. Actually, June 5th is going to be the kicking off of a lot of our social action stuff. 12-point plan for equality for African Americans in this country or people of African descent. You can follow all of our stuff. We got some, actually, I hope next Wednesday I'm gonna have some, not I hope, next Wednesday I'm gonna have some huge news for y'all folks. We got some stuff that I don't even think I told you. You know, normally I actually do kind of run most stuff by D because he's been in and whatnot, but I got some stuff that we're doing for all. I'm gonna ask is if you believe in prayer, if you believe in sending positive energy out, send the squad a little bit of that. We got some stuff that's happening that's going to be extremely transformative, not only for us but for the community as a whole. So we're looking for y'all to come out and get engaged in that. We're gonna, like I said, we're trying to change the world, and part of that is having these conversations, and and doing that kind of stuff. And we already know that we don't always agree, but that's what life is. We ain't gonna never always agree. Nobody agrees with everybody all the damn time, and if we did, life wouldn't be what it needs to be. So.
And of course, there's just me. I'm the host, DVP. This is what I do. Roy got me starting this just so we can argue sometimes about being a white lighter versus a Sith. I want to thank my guests. Two people who I love to disagree with, and they love to disagree back. But as I told y'all, we all keep it respectful. You can disagree. It's all about sharing opinions and enhancing your base of knowledge just from hearing what other people do. The strippers at the strip club, we're gonna make a visit too, since the thing opening back up. I do this pretty much every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. We have uncomfortable conversations. If you're a watcher or viewer and you got something you want to talk about, inbox me and we can hey, come to the show. I'm down for having conversations as long as we can keep everything respectful. I'm gonna get some of this gin. Omega, make sure you go back to the page. Well, I tagged you on the page so you can see what's going on. But hey, for those of y'all that like glasses or have your own drinks and stuff, check out the page, Little Things by Kalia. She got all kind of stuff, for those of y'all who like adult beverages. And hell, for those of y'all that don't like adult beverages, football season coming up, if you're a Steeler fan, she can do the two colors, like the black and the gold or the whatever and the whatever, and go from there. Like I said, I'm DVP. Roy, my JBN, got me here. He's unapologetically black. Y'all see how the program goes. It's a smooth little thing. Some of y'all want to do podcasts. Some of y'all want to do commercials. Holla at him. We keep talking about how we're going to support black businesses. He black, we black. This is what we do. So up until next week, y'all know what it is. Peace, popcorn, and chicken grease. And I holla.